It's Christmas Eve. The house is twinkling with lights, the smell of roast turkey fills the air, and the whole family is gathered around the table, smiling, laughing, and pretending to like each other. Well, pretending might be the key word here. Because if you're a Lambert, Christmas isn't about joy or goodwill. It's about surviving one another without throwing the mashed potatoes across the table. This is the story of one last Christmas, or at least one woman's stubborn, almost delusional attempt to make it happen. And like all good family dramas, this one comes with enough secrets, scandals, and disasters to keep you turning pages long after the tinsel has come down. Enid Lambert has a dream. A simple dream, really. She wants her family together, just one more time, for a picture-perfect Christmas at their old house in St. Jude. She wants to see her 3 grown children, Gary, Chip, and Denise, sitting around the table smiling as if they actually like each other. It doesn't matter that her kids are too busy, too bitter, or too broken to care about her plans. Enid is determined to make it happen. But life, as usual, has other plans. Enid is the beating heart of this story. She's that kind of mother who refuses to see the truth even when it's smacking her in the face. To her, Chip is a successful Wall Street man. Even though he's told her otherwise a dozen times, Gary is the perfect son, and Denise is just going through some experiments in her personal life. Then there's Alfred, Enid's husband. Alfred is the polar opposite of Enid's cheerful delusion. A retired engineer, he's a man of stiff principles, old-fashioned values, and an equally old-fashioned refusal to accept help. Unfortunately, Parkinson's disease has taken hold of him. His mind is fraying, his body is betraying him, and yet he stubbornly refuses to acknowledge it. He won't go to a nursing home no matter how bad things get. He won't stop taking baths, even though he keeps getting stuck in the tub like a man trapped in a porcelain coffin. To Alfred, independence is everything, even when it's clearly destroying him. While Enid is busy planning her Christmas miracle, Gary, the oldest Lambert child, is in full-blown capitalist mode. Gary is the guy who looks at life and sees dollar signs. He's got a wife, a house, 3 kids, and a successful career. From the outside, he's winning at life, but inside, Gary is cracking under the pressure. His children are spoiled, demanding, and growing up in a world where self-help books and endless entertainment have replaced good old-fashioned parenting. His wife, though wealthy and practical, has a view of love that boils down to one thing: give the kids whatever they want. To her, every problem is either psychological or solvable with money. Gary himself is obsessed with status and profit. He's the kind of guy who would turn his father's old house into a quick real estate flip if it meant making a profit. In fact, he's seriously considering committing Alfred to a nursing home just so he can sell the family home while property prices are hot. Then there's Chip, the middle child, who is, without a doubt, the family's biggest misfit. Chip was supposed to be the smart one, the academic, the deep thinker, the rebel who'd change the world with his ideas. And for a while, it looked like he might actually pull it off. He was a respected college lecturer, living the life of the intellectual elite. Then it all fell apart. Chip had an affair with one of his students, and when that relationship imploded, complete with a lawsuit and scandal, his career went down in flames. He turned to drugs to dull the pain, and when that didn't work, he drifted aimlessly. Now, in what might be the oddest career pivot of all time, Chip finds himself in an Eastern European country of all places, helping to orchestrate a scam to defraud American investors. It's not exactly what his parents dreamed of when they paid for his education, but it's a living, sort of. Chip is the family's cautionary tale, proof that intelligence doesn't always translate into success, especially when the world insists on forcing everyone into the same narrow mold. And finally, there's Denise, the youngest Lambert. Denise's life is a mess, a glamorous, chaotic mess. She left school at a young age to marry an older man hoping for stability. That marriage didn't last. After the divorce, she dove headfirst into a string of relationships, some with men, some with women, never quite sure of what she wanted or who she was. Denise is smart and talented, but she's also impulsive and self-destructive. She's climbed the social ladder quickly, only to fall off it just as fast. Every time she has a shot at redemption, she somehow sabotages herself. Through all of this chaos, Enid remains determined. She believes, fiercely, that this Christmas will be the one that fixes everything. If she can just get all her children home, maybe Alfred will feel better. Maybe Gary will stop being so tense. Maybe Chip will straighten out his life. Maybe Denise will settle down. But the reality is far messier. Each of the Lambert children has their own agenda, their own battles to fight. Beneath the surface, this family is brimming with secrets. Denise's confusion about her sexuality is one of them. Chip's failed career is another. Even Enid herself has a secret: her reliance on drugs to numb the pain of her increasingly unhappy life. Alfred, in his own way, knows more than he lets on. He's aware of Denise's childhood secret, even if he's never confronted her about it. He's also painfully aware that his own time is running out, and with it, his control over the family he once ruled with quiet authority. The truth is, there is no magical Christmas that will fix the Lamberts. Enid's dream is just that, a dream. The family is too fractured, too consumed by their own individual struggles. Gary is obsessed with money. Chip is drowning in self-destruction. Denise is searching for love in all the wrong places. And Alfred is slipping into a haze of illness and memory loss. What Enid gets isn't a perfect holiday gathering, but something much messier and more honest. A reflection of who the Lamberts really are and how far they've drifted from the family they used to be. This entire messy, brilliant, and brutally honest story is from The Corrections by Jonathan Franzen, published by Farrar, Straus, and Giroux in 2001, and it's 568 pages long. Franzen's novel isn't just about one dysfunctional family, it's a portrait of modern American life. Through the Lamberts, he shows us how the traditional bonds of family and community have eroded, replaced by materialism, consumerism, and an obsession with the self. The Lamberts are a microcosm of a society where success is defined not by relationships or character, but by wealth, consumption, and status. Gary's profit-obsessed mindset, Chip's rebellion against societal norms, and Denise's struggle with identity all reflect a larger cultural shift. Franzen doesn't romanticize the past, but he does highlight how far we've moved from a time when family connection mattered more than personal gain. In today's world, he suggests, growth and prosperity are measured by how much you can buy, not how well you can live. I didn't expect to enjoy The Corrections as much as I did. Franzen's style is sharp, almost surgical, in how he dissects his characters and their flaws. He doesn't ask you to love the Lamberts, in fact you probably won't, but you will see pieces of real life in them. The lack of sentimentality actually works in the book's favor. By keeping his distance, Franzen forces you to focus on the issues: consumerism, family breakdown, the hollow chase for success, rather than just the characters' personalities. This book could have easily been titled One Last Christmas, because at its heart, it's about one woman's desperate attempt to bring her family together before it's too late. And while that attempt fails in some ways, the story itself succeeds brilliantly. Jonathan Franzen is one of America's most acclaimed contemporary authors. The Corrections won the National Book Award and earned him a place among the literary greats. His writing is known for its wit, intelligence, and unflinching honesty, and this book is perhaps the best example of all three. If you want a story that's equal parts family drama, cultural critique, and dark comedy, The Corrections is a must-read. It's not always pretty, but it's always true. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.